see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No, R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
What's up? Bottles and believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want the pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime, yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Comptown, I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. This all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Steelers at 2-7 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, side.
They run again with Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Fields going to move him around. Harris running straight ahead. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here we go, son.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Right.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Right.
Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Fields. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Allen. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Allen now looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now Allen going to change it up. Second and 13. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And again, it's Allen. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. It looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, going out. We're going out right here. Right.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Looking for Austin, intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go, son.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Tonight.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flush to his right. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go, son. Go.
Fields now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Don't jump. Ready?
From the gun, here's Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Here we go, son.
A final shot before the break. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Allen. Throw caught by Flowers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a bit shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Alert, alert, alert!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Alex Highsmith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Allen. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Here we go, son.
Fields. So left side, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Fields. To the right side and intercepted. And bulldozing his way through. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Allen going to change the look here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
Again, it's Harris on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Good footwork at the 30. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He finds Austin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap, Fields. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens from 19 yards away. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming. This will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Running left, here's Mitchell. Taken down at the 42.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Allen now looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Alert!
Allen going to throw. Down the sideline he goes. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Steelers 16. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. You good? Right.
Fields changing the play.
Right.
On 2nd and 10. Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, sir.
Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Sit high.
Now Fields. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now they'll audible to something else. Again, Fields. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Here's Fields. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Fields. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Now 1st and goal.
Don't jump. Ready?
Out of the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road.
Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on a roll. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 look at me go.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect. I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me. Feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings. They on me. They rain and they rain. Yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. This sound like he drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that. I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra. I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is all. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I push through the pain. I'm laughing at summer. My head was way hotter. I feel like a solder. Escape with my truth. I came back like Nirvana. Throat is all rocky. It's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby. Can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied. Look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah. You got veins. I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high. I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist. Cooking you. I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on God.
Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could.
I ain't never been the same, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can clean up good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So
could like. Point, like, do what I could like.
Hell no. Hell no.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor connoisseur, weeks on Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him help, yeah. Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this. Need to go head to toe. DT, she's gauzy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back.
Like ice cream on Shanty, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Say the grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take it sour.